go get him some water.
You already did it. You asked him.
He don't know that.
Humble hustlers
Bring your mic.
coming to you humbly. And like we start all shows, I'd like to thank you for your most valuable commodity, your time, your eyes, and your ears. Because you could be anywhere but you're here listening and watching us, and we really appreciate it. We apologize for our absence last week, but we back with a vengeance this week with a topic that I know everyone can appreciate and enjoy. Today's topic is communication. Did you hear me?
Who couldn't hear that?
So what do you think about that, Clark?
First, I want to say what's up. My signature move piece. Hope all y'all feeling good today. Sorry for last week, but that was part of the communication. But anyway, we back today, trying to get on track.
Right, and we had already came up with the idea that the topic for the day was going to be communication, but it is a perfect one for what we've been going through for the last week. Me and this guy here, man. And every day we have a conversation about communication because something is always missing in our communication. So before I pass it off to him, I did want to ask you a question though, and I'm going to ask the audience a question as well. Did you know that communication is actually a process? Did you know it was a process that communication entails?
Well, I didn't learn that process when I went to school.
Okay, but did you know it was a process?
No.
No, okay. Well, if you ain't know it was a process, then I can't even ask you about the full components of the communication process. So let me go ahead and describe it for you. The communication process is a process between a messenger and a receiver. So those are two components of the communication process. The beginning is the messenger, and the end is the receiver. So the messenger is the one who provides or who's giving the message, and the receiver is the one, by the word receiver, receiving the message. But there is two other components that are in between the messenger and the receiver that ensures that the message is clear and concise. You want to take a stab at what those two components are, Clark?
No, I'm waiting to get them so I can jump on to the topic.
Clark said, I ain't in school, man. Just come on.
Well, no, ding, ding, ding. When I'm around, you always in school.
True.
But anyway, the communication process starts with a messenger. That's the first component. That's the person that has an idea or a thought that they're trying to relay to someone else, which is the receiver. And in order for them to do that, the second component is the encoding process. So we have the messenger with a thought and idea, and they encode that message and that idea. They tailor it to the audience, which is the receiver. And so when the messenger encodes the message, then the message needs to be decoded by the receiver. And that's usually where the miscommunication occurs at, in the encoding and the decoding of the message.
Well, it don't get around to me no kind of way.
None of the ways.
The process of the communication to me, if you don't tell me, then I don't know.
Yeah, well, we got a friend, we always attach, little things to our friends' names because, it's just something personal with us because they always doing it. So when somebody do it, we attach their name to it. So we got a friend that we attach a name to when we miscommunication. So when we miscommunicate. So we do miscommunicate. I do, as well as you, as well as Miss V. We all do it involuntarily sometimes.
Y'all know I very rarely do stuff wrong, so.
Okay, well, I take that rarely, but there is a small percentage of times when you do, miscommunicate. So there's a messenger, you encode the message, there's a decoding of the message, and then there's the receiver. So those are the four components of the communication process, and it's circular. So after I decode the message and I receive it, then what I do is I encode a message for you to decode to make sure that the information that you gave me, I received it correctly.
Man, that ain't what we talking about, man. Tell me about when it's time to communicate for me to do something. You don't tell me what I'm supposed to do until it's time to do it at the last minute. And then that's what I'm talking about. Communication. Communication to me is when if you don't tell me something, and we call it the warming. And the reason why we call it the warming because Warming used to tell me that something that he wanted O to know, but he never told O. But O automatically supposed to know. And that's how we named it the Warming.
Right. So whenever
It
we
was
have
named after a person.
right. So basically, like in our with our little crew, whenever somebody got like something that they do and they just won't correct it, then when everybody else do it, we give it that name.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like when people mess people's names up, we say that's a Clark. Because he always messes somebody's name up.
Y'all got a name for me?
That's another show and
That's
another
a whole
month.
nother
That's
show.
another show and another month. That might be 2 hours. We might go 5:30 to 7:30.
The devil is
Wow.
Just joking. No, but no. So when we miscommunicate, we call it a Wami, because basically what Wami do is when he communicate, Wami it might be 5 different pieces of what he's trying to communicate to you, but Wami only give you 2. And you supposed to automatically assume the other 3.
What the rest
and
is.
then when y'all not on the same page, y'all not aligned, he looking at you like, well, how you doing something different? And you looking at him like, well, you ain't even tell me what you doing. You just told me X and Y. You left out A, B, and C. And so that's why we call it a WOM.
Okay.
It's miscommunication.
Okay.
And we go through it all day.
And using that man's name.
Because I think it's a matter of familiarity. Like we done been around each other so much. It's like, because every now and then we do hit them up. Like I can't catch what he thinking. We call it knowing your personnel. And so I do things without him saying it. Likewise, he do as well.
Yeah.
Because we've been around, so we know our personnel.
I was going to say, when you know each
See
other
like that
well
right
enough.
there? See like that right there?
Like me, supposed to cut the phone off.
Right.
Yeah.
See,
And we all know this week is going to be a clock.
Right.
So
The phone is going to ring.
right.
Okay.
So before the podcast start, when I cut my phone, put my phone on mute, I said I ain't even gonna say nothing to him because I know he ain't put his phone on mute.
He ain't gonna do
because
it.
I know my personnel. And we just gonna wait for the phone to ring, and then you and I was just gonna start laughing at him because he do it all the time.
Every week.
Every week.
So, but that's
We used to it
that's
now.
another part of communication.
Yes.
Because they know I was doing a podcast today. Why would you be calling me?
True.
So that's the whole thing in a nutshell. The whole thing in a nutshell to me is this: what I'm trying to get across to the audience. You need communication in everything you do: marriage, friendship,
Right.
sports,
Yep.
podcasts, business.
Raising your kids. That be the number one issue with raising the kids.
But we as a person don't think we supposed to communicate. People already supposed to know.
Yeah, when they close to the vest. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that a lot with you, and I'm guilty of that a lot with my lady Shantae. You know what I mean? With her, I sleep with her, I live with her, so I'm like, she know me, like, you know what I mean? For me,
Bless her heart.
in the house it's called
She got a lot of heart to deal with this nigga around the clock. I get an hour, Shante. Bless your heart.
Well, at least I was transparent. If she was here, she would tell you when we first met. I told her I ain't easy to deal with, and she reminds.
She ran with it.
Yeah, and she reminds me of that often now. 20
did.
years in, yeah. She was like, "Well,
She still
you
said.
did tell me that you."
So
was
let me
a
tell you.
difficult
Let
to
me tell you
deal
about this one.
with. Yeah, tell me about me, man. Tell them about me.
In the middle of July or end of June, Big O tells me he going to Vegas from the 14th to the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Now me, I heard, but I don't hear it.
He picked
Right.
the wrong one.
Right?
Right.
So from 14 to 18, I don't know the 18th is on a Monday.
Right. Most people come back
Podcast is done on a Monday.
from vacation on Sunday.
So 2 months go by. I'm not paying attention to the 18th.
Oh, he ain't hit you again Friday and say, yo, you know you gone.
He never told me nothing assistant. So Monday, I'm heading to the podcast.
You ain't know I was gone.
So he
Friday.
said, "Yeah, I know you're gone
"Oh,
Friday."
that's what she asked you. So you ain't know I was gone. You
Yeah,
already know."
but people usually go away Thursday and come back Sunday.
Yeah.
That's my perception that he comes back.
Your
on
work
Sunday.
week start.
So I hit him. I say, "Yo, where you at?" He says, "I'm still in Vegas. I'm going to get on the plane now." I said, on a Monday? I said, find time to tell me. Nice communication.
Right.
I love it. He said, me too. But you know he being sarcastic. You know what I mean? So he says, I can come straight from the airport.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that. You asked me a question, bro.
What you say?
You asked me a question. I got the phone right here. You know I get you every time with that.
Go ahead.
In the phone, you asked me a question.
What was the question?
You say, is we rocking it today or should we postpone it?
That's afterwards.
No, that's
you told me
before.
still in Vegas.
No, that's before. You said, yeah. You said, are we rocking with the show or is we postponing it? You asked me.
Okay, then what was your response?
And I said, well, since you give me the option, let's
Postpone.
postpone it.
Yeah.
Because
You
I
have the option to postpone.
right, but no,
You have an option to cancel.
no, but when you know your personnel, how many times have I been late when it's time for us to rock on the podcast?
You want that answer?
I'm asking you. When it's time for you to, because you know we gotta be here by 5. So how many times have I been late when you came to get me for us to be here by 5?
I had a right to remain silent.
Right, never. That's why silence is an
You
answer.
use that a lot, huh? You
No.
said that too smooth.
No, silence is an answer. I've never been late when it's time for him to pick me up to come to the podcast. Because that's why the buzzword for this year is what? Begin with a P. Priorities. Right. That's why he look like that. That's the buzzword. So this is a priority. So I'm always ready when it's time. 4:30. Hold on. 4:30. I'm always ready when it's time for you to pick me up. Now, if I'm gone to Vegas on a trip from Friday to Monday, if I wasn't gonna make the podcast, you don't think I would have told you?
I don't know. Would you have told him?
But what?
You might not know, but I'm asking him.
Yeah, not.
You don't think I would have told you I wasn't gonna make the podcast?
I don't think he
Monday?
knew because he talked to me like he had no idea you was gonna be
My thing was this. What if the plane delayed? What if something happened? So what if I did the clock? I forgot.
Yo said I did the clock.
I forgot. What if happened? Yo,
Yeah.
check in. Yo, Monday I'm running from the airport, coming straight there. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
That's a lack of communication.
Do you ever have to call me at 4:30? Or do you call me and do what you did Monday? I'm outside.
Both.
But you tell me you outside.
Yeah.
Right. And when you say I'm outside, I come out. All I gotta do is put my shoes on and come out.
Come
Because I'm
on.
already ready. So basically, let me tell you what happened Monday.
You listen.
I made arrangements to come straight from the airport.
When you touch down?
I made arrangements to come straight from the airport. I was gonna catch a lift straight from the airport, and I was gonna let her go ahead, get the luggage, and my daughter take her home. But when I touched down, I was getting in a lift straight from the airport and coming to the podcast because that's how important this is to me.
Right.
And so, him not knowing his personnel this time,
During the club.
he asked me a question. So since he asked me and gave me the option, I took the option of, you give me the option of postpone it then. See what day she could do later in the week. And he said, okay.
And what happened? Then this is when you come in there.
And then what
Let me
happened?
get my camera
what
before y'all
happened,
even
what
try
happened
to go
before
in
she
there.
came in? What happened was you got irritated with me because I picked an option that you provided for me. Now I wanted to bring that up because in our communications, when you encoded that, you're the messenger, and when you encoded that message to me, you gave me an option, and I chose one of the options. And if I choose one of the options,
The best fit you.
no. If I choose an option that you provide, you can't get mad at me. You can't be irritated at me. If I pick an option that
'Cause
you
he
don't
gave you the
like,
option
because
of
you
which
gave
one
me
you
the
want.
option.
You can't give somebody options and then they pick the one that you didn't want them to pick.
What? No, you
No,
can't.
I know she ain't
listen.
talking. Is she talking?
I'm
She set
talking.
herself up
I'm
here.
talking.
You set
I'm
yourself
setting
up here.
myself
Hold
right
it.
up.
Well, hold
I'm looking
it.
for my
I'm
clap.
gonna knock it out the park.
Come on, knock me out.
But I will say that you can't, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because oftentimes that happens, especially in our in relationship, in our family, in our romantic relationships. We're not always clear and concise in our wants and needs,
What we want to say.
and our desires that we want from our partner, and we'll frame it in a way or a question to them, hoping that they pick what we want them to pick.
Right.
But if that's the case, just don't get an option. You can't give a person an option, whether it's me or your significant other, and then when they pick one of the options, you be agitated that the option that they pick,
It's not the one you wanted.
you shouldn't have gave them the option.
True.
That's being clear in your communications.
So is that what happened with Miss V?
I don't know, we gonna let her answer that one.
We're going to let her answer. She gonna
So was
answer.
it miscommunication on our part or miscommunication on your part?
So it's a miscommunication on, I don't know if you were following the text that day, but it's a miscommunication on Clark's part.
Okay.
So we
Because
did it.
what Miss V said to Clark was, he said that you're not here. His partner is still in Vegas. I said, okay, we can make up on a Wednesday. A Wednesday means it could be this Wednesday, next Wednesday, the following Wednesday, but it's going to be on a Wednesday. Why? Because my own personal show falls on Wednesdays, and I can always maneuver for my show back to put y'all forward. I'm willing to take a step back from my show to put anybody forward. That's my point of doing this, pushing black people where they need to be.
Okay.
Hey, if you're not really sure what was said,
We got.
Well, let him respond first before you pull out the message.
no, I have to.
yeah.
I have to. It's mandatory.
did
I'm
you
a
see
woman.
it that way?
I'm a woman. We
Why-
go.
why-
I'm a woman. We go too
So
far.
did you
Give
see
me a
it
second.
A Wednesday or did you see it this Wednesday? Because
No,
I can see it both ways.
The conversation went like this.
Okay, 10 cents. Put it out there.
O is still in Vegas.
Right.
He gonna try to make it from the airport,
Right.
but we postpone. Can we postpone it to a later date? You said
Yes.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
You said Wednesday. You said I got Wednesday. I hear O say, oh, she said I about Wednesday. O said we can do Wednesday, right?
I think I said 12 noon. I said,
He said
at 12 o'clock.
I said,
the
okay.
12 o'clock show was hot.
Then I hit you back and said, let's do Wednesday. Then we can do Wednesday.
Right.
O say we cool for Wednesday. You say cool. Now you never said all Wednesday.
Right.
So that's why I'm trying to figure out what the lack of communication. That's when you got the lack of communication coming.
So can I help y'all out?
Yeah, help
Even
me.
though
You don't need help. I don't need help because
Even though
I
I
can.
wasn't,
I need help. I need
even
help.
though I wasn't a part of that committee, when we.
Well, you
just
should have
to
been
make-
'cause it's in your
no,
group
I
text.
mean, just to make it relevant to what we talking about today.
No, because then you're gonna
Right.
change my words. I
No,
need
I'm
my
not gonna
words
change-
exactly
no,
how it's
No,
said.
I'm not going to change your words.
Go ahead.
But what I'm going to tell you is that what you could have added to make it more clear and concise was Wednesday's date.
Well, Miss V, I would
No,
like to plan for this coming Wednesday.
So that's both of y'all. So like,
No.
listen to me. So
I
he could
said
have
what I meant. I meant what I said.
Right. Listen. No, I'm not. I know you meant what you said.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, what the show is about communication and being clear. And what I'm trying to do is trying to help you, trying to show you
Oh, listen to you.
and he how that particular situation of communication could have been clear. Now, his response could have been Wednesday. What was Wednesday date? The 20th. So he could have said Wednesday the 20th. And then it would have been clear whether it was Wednesday
Which
or
Wednesday?
right, and or you know, on a Wednesday. So that's why I'm saying I'm not saying that not to stand on your message, and I'm not taking either side saying anybody was right or wrong.
Somebody
And
help
it-
me out.
And this is not and this is not even a matter of right or wrong, but it's a matter of clear and concise. You understand? Because you said Wednesday, he thought Wednesday. You said Wednesday, you thought a Wednesday.
No, I said.
Okay, well you said a Wednesday.
You got to make sure what I said
wanna
because
see
what
that.
I said.
I wanna see that.
I can read it to
I
you.
wanna see it.
You
I
told
wanna
me
see
he
that.
was in Vegas. All of that. Okay, maybe a 12 o'clock show. I said, okay. I said, hey, put a star next to it to let you know. Check this out. The star means this is important. Look up. I said, okay. I'm not sure when I can do a 12 o'clock show again because I'm working daytime now because school was started.
True. You said that.
I said, but we can do a Wednesday evening when he get back and we decide. So that means he got to get back.
Can I read your text? Because I mean, but you know me.
Look at your text, sucker. It's the same thing.
It's an all out text.
But I want, it ain't mine. My phone.
Oh,
is up
you know
there.
what?
My phone is up there.
You know what?
And my phone
It
broke,
might-
and I can still read
It
the right
might be
thing.
because he keep an insect. He got cricket.
Oh, look. The cricket don't come across correctly. Do you see it?
No, you see, look, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying about the
I
message.
said
I'm saying
a
about the
Wednesday.
message. That's what I'm talking
And
about. the
listen,
message.
I said, and we can decide, meaning you'll be here,
Right.
and then we'll decide which
But
Wednesday.
look what the message
Which
went on to
Monday?
say. The message went on to say, okay, let me know. When did I let you know? I'll come back and say Wednesday is good.
And what did
Now,
I
you
say
was
after
supposed to
that?
say,
Push up.
Okay. You say okay, but you were supposed to say what Wednesday is good.
Who thumb is that?
That's her thumb.
For Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh.
My thumb is still for the message that I sent. You can flip it.
Somebody help me out.
Clark, give me my phone. Everybody got to know I dropped my phone and it's broke.
Somebody help me out.
So he said, bet, thanks for the accommodation. So the thing was, I said a Wednesday, because
Right.
I know I still had training. School was about to start.
Right.
And I figured by the time you get back and we all sit together and say which Wednesday, I'll be out of training. Boom, we can do it a half a day. Or the other person that has something else going on in the building, we could do it Saturday afternoon.
Right.
I just knew I needed to have both parties here because once I etch it in stone, it's there.
Right.
To me, none of this was in stone because I'm talking to a Clark, the same man from the paint party down the Color Summer, I don't know what was the
Right.
festival. That same
Summer
guy.
Colors.
I gotta talk directly
now
to
you can't blame me for that.
I can't. I'm just saying. I got there. Yo was clean as a whistle. I was hot as a firecracker.
You might want to leave that one alone.
Leave that one alone.
Yeah, because that one right there
Didn't follow
might,
him.
might get somebody hurt.
Dang! Is that heavy?
That
Yeah.
ain't fall on me.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one right there.
All right. Well, we ain't gonna touch that one.
Because if I tell you that there was another podcast in the building, that'll get somebody hurt. So let's leave that one
that's
alone.
probably why
So
it got
let's
a
leave that one
little.
alone.
It got a little shook
Yeah,
up.
let's leave that
And
one
people
alone.
have the tendency to do that, and that's okay.
But you know what? But to bring it home on a more serious note,
Yeah.
for all three of us,
But
it
yeah,
actually could have been since we talked
when
about
you got back, we
communication-
should have did a 3-way
No,
call or
actually,
something.
it could have been the communication could have been clear all the way around the board, all three of us. To be quite honest with you, like I
Yeah.
just identified instead of just saying Wednesday, it could have been Wednesday the 20th.
Yes.
And like for me,
yes.
and like for me,
Because it was directed to you too.
Right.
You left it all on Clark.
no. But for me, it's like it's the same way like when he they schedule activities.
Mm-hmm.
If I hear about the activity in the house, he ain't got to invite me
Right. You going.
if I want to go. Because that's a relationship we got.
Right.
And that's the relationship I got, with the family. Like
Right.
I don't
You can
have
show
to
up.
ask. Do I have?
I haven't been invited to anything, so
Right.
I'm the person who got to
if I'm
call
there,
and get invited.
so if I'm sitting there and they discussing, yeah, we doing
That's a hint. That's a hint.
so if I'm sitting there and they discussing, we doing a cookout for Labor Day.
Mm.
I ain't looking for no invite.
Hint, hint, hint. I haven't been invited.
I'm not looking for no invite from him.
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna come, I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
Because if it's something that they planning and it's just a particular crowd or target audience, he gonna tell me.
Yeah.
He gonna tell me this for me and the kids, yo. He gonna let me know,
And y'all gonna go ahead and go.
and then we
So
so
understand that. That's a communication.
right. He gonna let me know. So
That's the thing. Everybody in the conversation have to have the same understanding of what people call common sense or common
Well, that's
reality.
the
Because if my sense is not your sense, we never gonna be on the same page.
sense is not common. That's like
It's not
like
a common. But people say that all the time.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like an oxymoron.
People say it all the time.
Sense is not common because if you're an individual and you're an individual and I'm an individual,
We got
all
three
three of
different
us are
understandings.
different. We think three different ways.
Yeah.
So our thinking is not common until we start communicating
Right.
about the same topic.
Right.
Then it's common because we all thinking about the same thing.
And
at
we're
the same-
commonly coming to
at
this
the
conclusion.
same time.
So
But just the
shout
idea-
out to Kendra, excuse me, real quick, who's saying she went through that last week. Yo, look, I did not do anything to you. Let me just break the ice and tell everybody who's trying to play with me right now. I had a friend who was shot last week and died on Friday. So I'm being discombobulated. So all the links and everything. Oh, you ain't post nothing about Reggie. You ain't post nothing. I'm not a person who posts rest in peace.
talking about
All,
Reggie Curry.
yeah, I don't post all of the
No,
rest
that's
in
not a
peace.
show or something, didn't
Uh,
it? Leaving the show.
Leave it long story. But I'm not a person who posts rest in peace all over the place.
Right.
When my mother was murdered, to me, all that is kill yourself. That brings nobody back. That does nothing. I can tell you deep stories that you can't tell me, but I can tell you. So once I left the message for y'all to, when you get back, we gonna decide. I didn't get that, so I didn't decide that Wednesday. But that Wednesday was the same day I got the message that it had happened. I didn't even find out like the death part until 2 days after that. So I actually been discombobulated until I didn't cry until today.
See,
Like that's how thrown off I was. But I don't.
That's what communication.
And that's what I was going to say. That's why I'm saying it. I'm not a person who share my stuff.
No.
I'm not a person who ever want to be looked at weak. I can be going through a million things and sit in this chair
But still,
like everything is fine.
That's how
I know. So I'm communicating with
That's how our
you.
last topic starts about. We hold everything. Depression kicks in. But if you let it out, hey, you know what I mean. Just this communication goes a long way.
It does.
And it relieves our last topic.
Suffering in silence.
It does.
But,
It does.
But just since I have identified something for you guys that could have made y'all communication a little clear. We'll put the date on Wednesday, the 20th. For me, going back to the point with him knowing me, knowing, like we always say, knowing our personnel, I should have, even though with him knowing that this is a priority.
Yeah,
for
because
me.
he know you. He your person.
This,
I don't know.
This a priority for me.
Right.
And he know it's a priority for me. And I just assumed. I didn't assume because that means I asked out of you and me. I assumed.
Right.
I had him. I made an ass out of him. Had him going back and forth with you because I didn't communicate properly with him. I just assumed. Or I just anticipated that he knew
And he would
that
handle
I was
what's
going to
going on.
do. It's got to be hell or high water
Yeah.
to stop me from showing up.
And see,
with-
my
for
last
something
text
that's
this important to you.
Yeah.
And the last text was, when you come back, then we'll decide. So I'm looking for the three of us to decide on a Wednesday.
I missed that.
And then when I
missed
is in
that
there,
text.
is at the end.
And that's
I missed that text when you said when he come back, all three of us will decide.
and that's
I
why-
missed that text.
and
By
that's-
that time, I was already mentally
Yeah.
He
gone.
was already
Checked out
He was
by
already
then.
checked out. And that's why it's important that when we're talking about communication, we just not talking about communication like in this vacuum, like it's this intangible object, but we want to talk about this process that actually takes place every
day.
time you communicate with a person. Every time you communicate, you just
Make it
it's
clear.
so instinctive that you don't pay attention to the different components and parts. You understand you as the messenger, and you understand the end result being the person that's receiving it, being the receiver. But you don't. But we don't often consciously pay attention to the two parts in the middle, which is the encoding part, which is the messenger's responsibility, and the decoding part, which is the receiver's responsibility.
Right.
Now, the messenger's responsibility is actually a tad heavier or a tad more difficult than the receiver's responsibility. Because the messenger's responsibility, not only do they have to encode the message in a manner for you to understand exactly, clearly, and concisely what they're trying to communicate.
That's for a lot of you married folks.
But what they had to do is they had to take into account their audience. And oftentimes,
The
when we're
audience.
communicating, we don't take into account our audience. We just assume that they have or think they have the same information that we have, or they're thinking along the same lines that we're thinking about the particular object. And that's where the miscommunication comes
And
in.
it get like that at times too in a different scenario. Not just with this scenario. A person can come around and say, you know what, that hat look nice you got, but really they want you to say, you want a hat?
Right.
Yeah.
But they don't communicate with you, so you don't know they want a hat.
Right.
So then,
Use your
then
word.
when you leave, they mad at you. I could have gave me
Y'all
a
ain't
hat.
even give me one of his hats.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they thinking you automatically supposed to assume based on I said your hat is blue that you want one.
Right.
But that's how
That happened with
that's
me
how
with
they
you
do it
before.
life.
That
And that's how
happened with me.
it create enemies because
Well, we're not enemies, but it happened.
Miss V know my
No.
electricity gonna get cut
No,
off, and he got money, and so he didn't even offer to.
Pay my light bill.
Yeah, but I know exactly what he's saying about maybe enemies is like a low harsh, but what it does do at the very least is to create separation between people that were friends,
That were friends,
and they may not be enemies
Or family.
or family,
Yeah.
but they may not be enemies, but it creates separation because what happens is I assume you know, you assume I know. And I be like, man, I ain't saying nothing to yo about that shit. He know what's going on. And you be saying, I ain't saying nothing to yo about it because he know what's going on. And then when we actually do have that moment of clarity and we do communicate, we find out that neither one of us knew what the hell was going on.
Knew what the hell was going
And so that's why it's so significant and important that even in our agitation, that we be conscious about encoding our message in a way where we're communicating clearly and concisely the message that we're trying to get across.
Yeah.
And you could trick your mind to believe that somebody else knows you
Yeah.
trying to communicate.
Yeah.
I know you know what I
So-
meant.
yeah,
No,
so-
I didn't.
So once you tell yourself that the person already know what I'm relaying, but he act like he don't know,
Right.
right.
then now you get animosity
And you get lazy in your
because a lot of time a person might say, "Damn, I told O that." That's what Wam used to do.
Mm-hmm.
I told O that, but I actually never told O that. He gave O a scenario about something else, and O was supposed to
Meaning
pick
to
up,
tell him that.
I was
right.
supposed to pick up that he's talking about us. He talking about another security.
He give you a whole new scenario.
And so
Yeah.
when I go to O, I'll be like, "Yeah, that Wami brought you this and told you this, and you never." And O said, "What are you talking about?"
No, you be like, yo, why you acting like that, yo? Like, come on.
I
yo.
said, "The man said he talked to you 4 times."
Let that shit go, yo. You like, I'm like, what? When they say he didn't never say nothing to me, yo, what are you talking about? Never said nothing to me. And you like, what?
Until I actually sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
I sit there and watch him say something, but then he later on when O left, he said, "See, yo, I told him," and he I said, "You ain't told O nothing. I'm just standing right there."
So you
he
said
supposed-
nothing
he's-
about the actual
Right,
situation.
and that's what he told me.
What?
No, he was supposed to know what I was talking about because I was giving him the scenario. I said, "You can't do that. You can't give a scenario about something else and expect him to know what you're talking about."
Right. Because that's what he used to do to him.
Because nobody gets it. Everybody's sitting there like, what?
That's what he used to do to him. That's why I can't. That's why whenever we have a miscommunication, I look at him like, yo, you just didn't want me.
You know, another example, a lot of people in relationships be, oh, because I just love elephants. Oh, I want to see an elephant. I ain't seen elephants in so many years since DC Zoo. But in reality, the woman is asking her husband to take her on a date to the zoo so she can see some elephants. But he looking like, oh, bitch, I ain't seen an elephant either.
And
Like,
I don't want to see no motherfucker.
and don't want to see it. So he end up going on about his business. And now she home on the phone telling her friends, he couldn't even take me to the zoo.
Right. I
But
asked
did
him
you
to-
ask him
she-
take you
she
to
gonna
the
tell
zoo?
her friend that she asked me to take
She
you.
going to tell her friend that she asked. When in reality, you never even asked.
I tell you what, for me, I take that a step further. Because, you know, like, I need some peace in the household. So as you get to talking about elephants and tigers and giraffes and bears, that's going to be my question. Hey, what you trying to go to the zoo? You got to tell me yes or no.
Right.
Because I'm trying to keep the peace in the house.
But you
Right.
you know your personnel.
Right.
And that's
I do-
knowing your person,
and
too.
I do it. I mean, well, I want to keep peace in the house, right? Because I don't do it with everybody, and it be
And I
some
don't like drama.
right, and it
Yeah.
be some people that I can see that they trying to ask me something that they not asking me,
Mm-hmm.
and for them, I always tell you, I don't let them out the cage.
I was going to say that.
I don't let them out the cage. And what I do is I let their conscience beat them up. So when
Until
sitting
they say
there,
it.
so when they sitting there talking bad about me to themselves, like, man, don't be acting funny. Their conscience is gonna say to them like, you know, you ain't asked that man nothing. How that man supposed to figure out what the hell you talking about?
Right.
You know what I mean? But now for the people that I care about and that I love, and that's the buzzword for this year, a priority in my life, then I make it my business, like, to try to clarify whatever it is that they saying that I might be unsure about. Now, there's some people I'll be unsure about what they're saying. I could care less about trying to figure that shit out.
Now,
But then there's some people in my life
right.
that I care about, and that's a priority in my life. That even when it sound like I know what they talking about, I'm still gonna ask some backup questions just to make sure that I'm clear and concise in what they saying because they just that important to me.
And that's good. And a lot of times it don't have to do with the importance of a person. Like everybody who know me know I do 10 million things in a day. I need more than 24 hours to get across the things that I do. So once I say this what it is, understand this what it is, you better follow up or say, "Mine, you sure about this?" Or "V, look, I saw this and I did X, Y, Z." Like say it so I can be even clearer if you don't get it. Like just our conversations, for instance, when I said when you return, then we'll decide.
I still ain't see that.
I know. You won't get it until you're
probably-
actually.
Cause it'll probably pop up Saturday.
No,
Because you got a cricket.
Yeah, he got
Read
a
that
cricket.
last paragraph in blue.
Miss V got cricket, so he'll get a text on Monday.
What it say right there in the
and
blue?
It'll populate on
Still-
Friday. It'll
still
populate
looking.
4 days
You
later.
see, you
Thanks
touch
for the
it.
commendation. Thanks for the commendation.
Let me see.
I'm
What you
still
do?
looking at it. I'm still
You
looking
touching
at it.
stuff. I ain't tell you touch nothing.
Can we leave that alone? Because
No, I'm-
because I know we ain't get no message back on Friday, so let's just leave it alone.
So,
Here you go. There you go. Read what it say in blue.
in blue?
Blue
I
is
must
this
be-
side.
I must be colorblind or something. Because this don't say nothing about we'll get together with three.
What that blue say?
I mean, what blue?
When he come back, we'll decide.
But we can do a Wednesday evening when he get back and decide.
Yes. So that means I'm going to hear from you. We're going to say, okay, this Wednesday we have made the decision, and that's what we're
But
going
see,
to go
but
with.
see, like me, now like me.
But see, I didn't even know you was
Hold on.
colorblind, so we got a lot going
No,
on here.
but like me, right? I'm the type of person, right? If you do lack of communication with me, and you get to the point where I blank out, the rest of that shit don't matter to me. I'm gone. I'm like, fuck you, fuck everybody. That's just not in general. That's the type of person I am. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm a straight up person, and I try to accommodate everybody in every way,
All the time.
all the time. So
I got you.
when somebody give me half,
Dennis,
the
don't send me
it's like-
balled up fists. Ain't nobody trying to fight.
No, no.
No, that's
and just like
his groupie always
and
threatening
life-
me through text.
And life, like a person to say, in general, they'll say, hey Clark, you know, man, I would like to start this and start this, but he ain't telling you what he's trying to start. But
He's
you
just
automatically
hypothetically saying
assume.
it.
But I know he want me to say, oh, you want me to give you some money to do X, Y, Z.
Right.
So, but if you ain't man enough or woman enough to tell me exactly what you want,
Exactly.
exactly what you're talking about, then I'm gonna let it fly over my
That's
head.
me, I'm
just,
letting it
just
go.
like you shooting it over my head to see what I say, I ignore it to see what you say. So a lot of times people be like, "Oh damn, I asked him 9 times. He didn't give me no answer. You didn't ask me shit. You understand what I'm saying?
You didn't directly ask me nothing.
You referred or you threw something out there and wanted me to bite.
And wanted me to bite. Yeah, wanted me to
And
catch
then if I don't bite, I'm the terriblest
Let's step
motherfucker.
aside and
I'm
let
the
it go
terriblest
in and
person in the
fly.
world. But if you just said, "Hey, let's do this," or "Let me try this," or "You think I can do this," or "I can do that,"
Yeah.
then you can say, "Give me a chance to say yeah or no." Don't take it. I said no or yeah based on your assumption that you told me something.
Yeah.
And I say it's a lack of communication because if I got something to say to somebody, I'm bringing it to you.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw, you're gonna be mad. You don't be mad. I don't care.
But it's coming.
But this is how I feel. You see what I'm saying? And he know and when I say Slim, when I start talking that Slim,
I was like, don't call me Slim.
because you know I'm now.
It's gonna get real.
It's ready to go
Yeah,
to
don't
a
call-
different level.
Don't call
Okay.
me Slim.
So I might say, stop, man, Slim. I'm finished with that.
I get it.
But see,
And then all I say is, you might be finished, but don't call me Slim now.
but
I know.
but the thing
But
is,
you know your person,
Yeah,
so
but the thing is, it be lack of communication.
yeah.
But if you communicate, then we don't have to get to that point
Right.
because it takes a lot for me to get to that point.
Yeah.
But if you ain't communicating and you assuming something and you thinking I'm supposed to do something, and then you telling other people that I ain't do something that I supposed to did, and I don't even know nothing about it.
You do be forgetting a lot of names.
I do names. The names I'm gonna forget.
Let me
Names not things.
You can't say I told you nobody. 'Cause I don't even know nobody.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Miss V.
Ain't never been a snitch.
Let me tell you what he did, Miss V. one day we together and he was like, yeah, we going down with my man's birthday party, yada, yada, yada. I was like, all right, so where we going at then? Matter of fact, it was live. Like,
Okay.
it's like, where we going at? Sad balls, sad. He said everywhere where we was going
But the place.
except the person's name. Except the person's name.
All right, I'm sorry.
Now check this out, Miss Reed. Now we get to the party. We have a good time. We enjoy ourselves. Why I find out the next day that the person who owned the bar is somebody I was locked up with, super cool. He came home, the man been looking for me. But I never even got to see my man.
Because you was
at my man bar
his
I don't
own
know
spot.
the
because my man gave me the wrong name. And I'm talking about this my guy.
I didn't even know y'all was there, and I was lit at
Listen, this man, he gave me the whole wrong.
I said the name. I said Sabatino or something.
That's
not his
Sabatino.
name.
That's
Sabino.
the man's name is Sad Beans.
Sad Bean.
But
How do you get Sad Bean out Sabatino? I'm thinking
Maybe he was hungry at the time. He found a restaurant.
So when he said Sabatinos, I'm thinking we going to a restaurant.
Right.
So when we get down South Baltimore, I'm like, what the hell restaurant down here behind West Side Shopping Center?
Hey, that's free advertising.
But that's my guy.
Well, since we interviewed him on here a few times, so we can say his
But
name.
that's my guy though.
I'm just messing
We
with
don't do free advertising.
Right. But the point I'm making is I'm at my guy. This is my guy. I mean my guy. He come home. He looking for me. He sent me his number. I lose his number. I'm at this man club, and
Don't
because
even know.
my man miscommunicated his name, I don't even know I'm in his club.
Because he stay in the cut all the time.
Well, if you,
Right, and I never seen.
You'll never see him if you don't know
I
to go
never,
in the
right, I
cut.
never
hold
seen.
on. But if you know your personality, you know your personality.
You supposed to say,
Then you know I'm
"Club,
gonna get the name
exactly where we going at.
Hold
You
on.
know
Show me who we going here to see.
Let's call lie.
All right,
Let's
but-
call lie. Ask lie.
Get
no,
lie,
no,
get
no,
lie
no.
to give us the
Well,
truth.
Since we going in, I asked you 5 times when you said Sabatinos. And then you said something out down behind West Side Shopping Center.
Something roots or
So then I can, so listen.
roots are
So
the other
listen.
end.
So listen.
Boy, it's
All right, listen,
terrible.
it gets worse. So when I said, so when he keeps saying Sabatinos, and then I said, all right, so I said, so where is it? When he said behind West Side Shopping Center,
Still can't play.
I say, hold on. Ain't no sad. I say, so what is the name of the place that we going to, not the name of the person? He still gave me the wrong name. The
What name he
man
say?
said Roots and the bar name is Roses.
It was close. It started
Bruce
with
is a different place that's up the hill
It started
from
right.
West Side Shopping Center.
No. But today's topic is communication.
Communication.
And
Proper
we're talking
communication.
about the communication process. And we're talking about the components of the communication process. And the reason why we think that this is relevant is because those 2 small pieces between the messenger and the receiver, the encoding and decoding,
Can get
are
mixed up
actually
easily.
the 2 most important pieces of the process. It's not the person talking or not the person receiving it. It's what thought process did he put in place to ensure that the target audience that he's delivering this message to is clear and concise and that they'll understand it.
And
not-
you know what it was?
And not
What was clear?
the name of the bar is Rosie's
Behind West Side.
and you just come up with a
behind
name.
West Side, and I said,
Library.
let's go anyway.
Right. We was
represent
going
the
in.
homies. We going anyway.
We going anyway.
Where
for
was
us.
So
that?
you
We
gave
going
2
anyway.
key components.
I said this before.
I
it was
feel
over.
you.
I said this before it was over. I said,
You
know
feel what?
I said
I
this.
feel it's 2 key components.
Two key components to what?
But then I said this first.
No,
That-
hold on. 2 key components to what?
Yo, we gonna go anyway.
No, listen.
This
I'm
my
asking him-
birthday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, all right, yo, you driving, fuck it, let's go.
Right, we went.
That's me and my friend.
That's-
I would do it with
That's
one of
what-
my friends.
Listen, at the end, that's what actually happened because I never knew where the hell I was going. I never knew the name of.
You know I'm not gonna take you to no track.
We're not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
we're not even going there. We're not even talking about
Not
that.
even gonna
That's
take
not
that
that's
crazy.
We're not
No,
even
no,
talking
no,
about
I ain't
that.
talking about
But
that.
what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I did go, and at the end of the day, We talking about communication. We not talking about safety.
No, I'm talking about communication, but this what happened. I did say this after you questioned me 1,000 times about the name of the place and who, what, where.
Yeah.
I said, man, you know I ain't gonna get the name right, and you know I don't know what's down there, but we're gonna go anyway to support the homies.
And
So
what I
that's what it
say,
should
And you
have
said,
been.
okay, let's go.
I say let's do it.
So
It's
I
just
said, and
unfortunate.
we already know that I ain't gonna get the name right.
Yeah.
No, but that means that you should make it a priority.
To not learn everybody's name.
No, it ain't got nothing to do. It ain't got nothing to do with names, cause it's not just names, bro.
What is it? It's location?
Person, places,
Location,
things, dates.
places, and it's other things. It's all kinds of stuff that you jack up that a
Dang,
person got.
But you gotta realize, here's a man that do 1,000 things a day.
Listen.
That
Well,
part-
then-
that's why I tell people,
Okay.
come on, give me,
Well, guess
bear
what then?
with me.
Well,
I
guess
gotta do
what
home
then?
improvement.
Well-
I gotta do food.
Well, guess
I gotta
what?
do clothes. I
Well,
gotta
guess
do everything.
what? Well, guess what? If you doing 1,000 things, I ain't gonna do that to y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do that to y'all.
So you doing a million.
He always
No,
right.
I ain't gonna do that to
The
you.
fact that he left that wide open, I feel like he did it anyway.
Yeah, he did it.
Because he already know. I already told him. If you doing 1,000 things and you
I gotta prioritize the
what's
ones that
important, because
That's
1,000 of those things
Right,
not-
are
are
not-
not important. So that's why the buzzword for this year between him and I
Our priorities.
Right.
is priorities.
And it's still
Because-
about my priorities.
It's priorities, because at the end of the day, because we friends. So when we having a conversation,
What's the
when he got
priority?
1,000 things that he done that day and 999 things that fell through, and then we go through the 999, and I ask him, is that important? 998 of the 999 things that fell through were not important. So it's a matter of priorities.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, those things cannot be as important to you
But
as
maybe
they
more.
are to me. Like, I'm a person who
I wasn't talking about importance to me.
No,
We talking about
I'm saying
importance
important
We
overall.
talk about him.
Right.
We talk about his 1,000
Right.
things.
So
that
that's
he
what
do.
I'm saying. So you might look in his window and say, "Oh, that shit ain't even important."
No,
and he
I'm not-
probably
I'm not
say
assuming- I'm not-
it's not all important.
No, I'm not assuming. I asked him. Did
Right.
you just hear me say I asked him? I go through everything that he forgot and asked him, was that fucking important?
He's still
I just said it'd be 999 that fall through, and when we go through them, 998 were not important.
But I
One that fell through was important.
the fall through one.
One was important out of the 999. So that means you're not creating a priority list.
I so needed this conversation.
You're not creating a priority list. Because if you got 1,000 things to do, 1,000 of them cannot be a priority. They can't be. 1,000 of them can't be that important. Everything can't be. Rome was not built in a day. And if you have 1,000 things to do, I guarantee you probably 990 of them, and I know we've been over dramatic when we say 1,000.
we just.
But
reached
probably a large portion of them, if you actually scheduled your time and budget your time like you do your money, you probably ain't had to do them that day. If you looked at your schedule on Sunday, Monday through Friday, and then you create the list,
I'm learning that.
I need to do this week, not today. I need to do this week. And then I look at my list, Monday through Friday, and then I start putting it on the list. It's called a smartphone for a reason.
I can't even depend on that. I dropped
No,
it
it's
down
called a
there, don't even work.
smartphone. No, I'm just talking about the thought process. I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
the phone.
you dropping it, but I'm talking about it's called a smartphone for a reason.
So you can map out everything you put map.
Because it's a computer in your
I've been
hand.
told that all the time.
And I
need
right.
to start putting it down.
I say to them all the time, why you acting so dumb with a smartphone in your hand? It's something.
Because
it's
to
a
me, it's just
calendar.
something to carry.
No, it's a calendar.
I know.
And then when you put it on your calendar, you can mark it for notifications. It'll notify you at the period, an hour before, a day before, 10 minutes before. But
you know what? And it might just be an excuse, but I'll
It
have
is. It
so
is.
many things that I don't even think to use this to mark the stuff
Have you
down.
ever
You know,
tried it?
you know what it
Have you
is.
tried
You
it?
know what it is with me.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
No, the lady contacted me today. She wanted me to do something for her HBO special. I put it on the calendar. I guarantee you, next month when this come up, she won't have to hit me again.
But listen, you
I'm not
hold
gonna
on,
remember.
hold on,
No,
hold
no,
on.
I'm gonna get
Just
this.
put it on. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna get this out before I forget. You know what it is? It's me. I'm so used to everybody doing everything for me that I
Right.
don't put it on the calendar.
Right.
And so when I
See,
have to
that's
do it for
different for me.
myself,
I'm glad.
now I'm stuck.
And see, we have issues with
And
that.
so
That's
now
honest.
I'm
That's
learning
honest.
to do stuff for myself.
We
Like
had-
every time I need something done, I call my daughter. Hey, can you do this? Can you do this?
and
Now I see that I'm getting on her fucking nerves. So
Mm-hmm.
now I have to do some of the shit myself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because now I resort all my stuff to other people, dump it off to other people. And my problems become their problems. But they got their own problems.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I have to say, you know what? Sit your ass down and do your own shit.
But then again, since we talking about communication, that's your daughter not communicating properly with you. Because when you do that with me, what I do? I'm like, nah, bro, you gonna have to do that. I was like, all right, well, let me give you the steps. Let me let you know how you gotta do it. But nah, bro, you gotta do that.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Once I get the steps, then I'll do it myself.
Right, but you gotta do it. And I recognize that. Because you try to do that to me. And see, I ain't letting you put more on my plate, not peas off my plate.
But now I'm learning how to do it for myself.
Right,
Because it's communication.
And,
Lack of communication. Because now I'm not communicating and I'm not learning. I'm not growing.
Right,
So if I get the steps, because a lot of this shit be easy.
right,
So if I get the steps and learn how to do it myself,
right,
then it's cool. But I be trying to take a shortcut.
right. And that's why the buzzword for this year is what?
Priority.
Priority.
Right, priority. Because when you start creating your priorities, it starts with the list, and you start prioritizing things, then you'll start investigating on how I can get it done. The reason why you don't have the know-how is because you don't have a priority list. And the reason why you don't have a priority list is because for you, you're thinking is all I gotta do is pick up the phone when it get done.
So he blowing it.
He lazy.
Yeah, lazy. I say lazy.
He lazy.
Mentally lazy because I be doing so much
He
all
lazy.
day mentally. So little things I be mentally lazy when I could do myself.
He lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I feel like I'm getting on your nerves, and you like, or I call you ain't done it, or you. Then I say, oh, well then you don't want to do it. You just ain't telling me that. But I do it my goddamn self.
But that's why
But
I
I
said.
should have done it myself anyway.
But that's
Anyway.
But that's what I said about
Right.
in regards making it relevant to the topic today, communication. When you didn't with the niece too many times, as opposed to us saying, "Listen, Dad, I'm gonna always come through for you, but you gonna have to rock on this one on your own, or you
Yeah.
have to find somebody else to
My
help you out
oldest
with
son
this
does
one
that to me at times.
because I got too much on my plate right now." And so since she don't properly communicate that to you, she communicated to you in her emotions, which leads to the next thing. The next part that I was going to add to this is that our communication and our priority list, it grows and develops with our emotional intelligence. The more we grow emotionally, the more we mature emotionally, it improves our communication. And I'll give you an example. I'll use the example with you and niece.
Please.
The more niece grows emotionally, the more she matures emotionally, she won't get in her feelings when she got too much on her plate when you come to her for help, because she's mature emotionally. She'll communicate it to you and not get agitated. That's her way of communicating, I got too much on my plate.
Dad, you overwhelmed
And
me.
a part of that might be, I don't want to let Dad down.
Because there's a lot of things I think that
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. So she
she
want to do it, but at the
she
same
wanna
time,
do
I
it,
can't,
but I
Dad.
can't do it, but
Because my
I don't
oldest son
really
is
want
like
to tell
that.
Dad no. So it come across, for lack of a better term, bitchy. And I know because knowing our personnel, I know how to make them leave me alone.
Yeah.
I know how to do it.
You know what to do to agitate to make them stop.
Yeah. I know what to do.
like I woke up out my sleep last week because I know y'all, if it's a show, y'all on this motherfucker 30 minutes. Early y'all in the parking lot V where you at, I'm half sleep, side swipe. 3 fucking cars, bent the rim on my car, hit a curb. I went through a lot, but I was trying to get here
Right.
just because I know y'all personality and how y'all on time, y'all on point. But at the same time, I gotta understand, V, when you take medicine, you go to sleep. Go to sleep. You know what you told him. You told him when he get back, we was going to discuss it. But I wasn't thinking like that because once y'all was here, I felt like, oh, fuck. But what happens with me is I overwhelm myself.
Communication again.
I know because I
In the
could have
text-
said that
in the text
on
when
the
he said-
phone.
In the text when he said outside. That was a text for me that he put in the group text. And you responded for what?
So the thing is, I thought, I'm telling you because I was asleep. I don't sleep on my own. That's how many things run through my mind.
Right.
So I have to take sleeping medicine. And so I saw it when I heard
You taking
it.
Seroquel?
No, Ambien.
Oh,
So
see,
when
that's
I,
the problem.
so when I saw it, I instantly thought it was for
You.
me.
You don't have a doctor?
Now I'm talking
Yeah,
to him.
I have 2.
So
So we
why
ain't
you
great.
say-
We ain't great.
Why-
All this
No,
out.
because-
We ain't great. Do that right here, right now. We talking about communication. We'll talk about doctor visits when we leave here. But anyway, back to communication.
Well-
So I could have communicated then.
I was telling him I was outside.
Right, I could have communicated then, like, Clark, you supposed to hit me when he came back in town so we can decide
Yeah.
which Wednesday.
That's what
I
I
should
meant
have took
by
him
commu-
back to the text message.
Right.
But I also know when I saw the here, I thought you were saying you were here. And I'm like, in my mind, I don't want to let them down because these guys, they show up. They always 30 minutes early. Like, I don't never,
we-
a lot of the things that I have to do with other people, I don't have to do with y'all. And I appreciate that. So when I seen the text, I was like, oh, fuck.
And we
Clark done showed up without calling
we,
me.
we was already on our way. And
But I was almost on my way, 4
what
cars
hap-
down.
No, what happened? The reason why we turned around, because we was at the light. I was like, yo. She was like,
I don't
For
even
what?
know.
And I didn't
what
hit
said
that.
after that.
and then after that, you, I think I can't remember what
Somebody
happened.
said, Headache
Me.
said for the show.
Me,
Yeah.
me. And then you responded back to it. And I said, then I was like, yo, I don't even think she up there. And he was like, for real? I was like,
I said, she ain't hit me back. I
I
hit
said,
she don't say
she
nothing.
ain't hit back. I was like, he's like, so what you want to do? I said, man, I'm going back in the house. We can chill. and
Once
go
I
to-
woke up,
we could chill and
y'all
go to
should
the
have
group.
seen what I went through.
I said
trying
we
to
could.
get here.
I said we could have chilled and went, I said we.
And I went past
I
that
said,
too.
take me back. Right, we seen you at the
I
group.
would,
Well, how long-
but ask me, do I remember seeing y'all at the group?
You don't remember? You asked me for the last piece of fish.
I'm telling you, that's how I was not awake.
Hey,
All that was not awake.
ask him how long it took for your message to come to my phone.
That's why I say you got cricket. Because when I'm telling them,
Tomorrow.
no, because no,
He said,
you
"Man, you
always
ain't see
think that I'm against you.
that." And he always think I be lying.
I was for you. Because
Yeah.
he was like, she ain't text me. I was like, yo, you don't never read your damn text.
So y'all didn't even notice my face was
No,
different at the
no.
group?
I did.
I
He was
did.
behind me, but I never.
I
paid,
did.
I never paid no attention.
I
did.
was going to say, I looked nothing like myself at the group. Wasn't
you didn't.
even.
No, you didn't.
Oh, wait.
No.
So I'm telling him, he telling me, you never read your texts. Go to your text, I'll show it to you. She said, I said, man, ain't nobody text me.
So, can I ask you a question though?
Yes. Watch it.
No, not you. I'm asking
Okay.
on him. Let me ask you a question. Have I ever text you something before? You like, I ain't get it, and I was like, yo, look in your phone, and then when you looked in your phone, it was in there, but because you had your font real small, you was like, how am I supposed? That's your phone, bro. Your font small. Has that ever occurred? Yes or no, bro?
I can't remember.
All right,
I
so
feel
we know
the
that's
call.
a yes. So
I
when
feel
he
the
said he ain't see your text, because I know my personnel, I know that pattern. I'm thinking the font
He
small.
told me open the phone.
I'm
let me
saying
see.
open the phone, let me see. I say because she answered me,
Right.
and when he opened the
It was in
phone,
the group as
and-
everybody.
and guess what happened? As soon as he opened the phone, guess what happened?
What?
While we looking in the phone,
Looking for it.
It come
came,
up.
It came in. So that's that cricket.
That's what.
That he only. That's that senior citizen discount phone he got.
I want you to get that Obama phone back.
I don't have a bomb.
Give the Obama phone back.
Yo got reach the market phone.
I got a I-150.
Right, no bullshit.
And everybody make fun of my little tiny iPhone my son got me. Because he told me, man, you just need just enough to make sure your shows go well. And I do. And all of that stuff just leads us back to the proper communication, because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know what it takes for me to sleep, and they call me any time of the day. Most people were used to me working overnights, so they call me any hour of the night. I'm a person who I work 27 hours. It's only 24 in a day.
No joke.
But every once in a fucking while, she's so stupid. Every once in a while, I be thinking that they will get it. Like, gosh, she got me sleep sometimes. I'm not even bother. But they don't. So when I get up in my sleep and still drive and do stuff, they be like, why you come out like that? Why the fuck are you calling me during
So let me
bedtime?
ask you a question then. Why would they not call you if every time they call you jump up?
Exactly, but
So let me-
that's why I'm using your show today to let the people know I do sleep at certain hours of the day. If you call me once and I don't pick up or text, she's somewhere knocked the fuck out. I'm determined this year I'm getting some sleep the rest of this year.
Well,
Communication.
Let me
Communication, I'm
let-
communicating that.
Let me share this with you two people that do 1,000 things in one day. They try to do 27 hours in a 24-hour day. Research shows that multitasking in a fast-paced environment, and if you're doing 1,000 things in one day, that's multitasking in a fast-paced environment. If you're trying to condense 27 hours in 24 hours, that's multitasking in a fast-paced environment, causes the early onset of dementia.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that why I do everything fast?
No,
I've
that's
heard
why
that
sometimes. That's why sometimes you be sitting there, you be like who? You pick up your phone, like who was that? I was just a great call.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
All right, so let me say it again. Multitasking in a fast-paced environment, research has shown causes the early onset of dementia.
I do that.
So
Thank
what
you.
it can I don't well since you pick up your phone, can't remember who you call. Do you know what dementia is?
Who asked the question?
You.
Oh yeah, I know what you mentioned.
All right.
So
You
we
don't
all
want it.
we all aware
So
of
you don't want it.
what
do you?
dementia
No, I
is,
don't.
and
All
do
right,
we-
then, so-
I don't want it, let alone a early onset of it.
Onset,
I don't want
right,
no
yeah.
parts of it because I want to remember my grandchildren forever and ever and ever.
Exactly.
But I
So,
just have a tendency of I don't know. It's
no,
like
you have a tendency of living unhealthy.
yeah, and that's
so-
what I'm about.
and so you
I'm
have to
about to say it. I'm about to say
Okay.
it. Oh, I have a tendency of like once my mother was murdered, I don't have no empty gaps. Don't give me 5 minutes. Y'all can be there in 5 minutes. Fuck it, I'm on my way. I gotta fill every gap of the day. But lately, I don't get no kind of sleep. So like now school started. People who work in the school system will be like, look, we got some off that chain kids. I know Miss Vienna need to come through, grab a job, work something. And I'll be like, all right, yo, it's nothing. I got it. I got y'all. What school y'all want me at? But then when the winter come, I'm going to get homeless shelter, emergency shelter off the chain. Yo, can you
But
come
when
in
you get time
and
for
pick up some?
yourself?
I don't get time for myself. And then people wonder how she says thing on it. Why she ain't remarried?
You need a
She's
vacation.
just the sweetest thing. Actually, I'm gonna tell you the only way I got a vacation this year is a young lady who had a show here. She was getting to the end of her show because she was venturing into new things. Took me on a vacation for the weekend to another state and had a nice
That's
time
how
on the
I'm gonna
resort.
calm my brain
So
down. I'm gonna
that's-
give me a vacation.
And
So
that
I'm-
worked. That
And
worked
then
for me.
Chill out.
So what? So
Cut all the phones
all
off.
right, so what happens when you come back out the vacation?
When I come
my-
back off the
my
vacation, I hit the
What
ground.
happens when you come back out the vacation?
Hit the ground running.
I'm not hitting the ground running because I've had my priorities straight mentally.
all right. 'Cause
I'll be mentally reset, like resetting the computer. You cut it off, reset it. That's what I'm gonna do. For my vacation, I'm gonna relax,
I did that part.
reset, rethink, and then
come back and do something different.
different.
Because if you go on a vacation, reset, rethink, and then come back and do the same shit, you didn't reset.
Right, because when I came, as soon as I got back, I got in her car. My son was there to pick me up, to get in my car. She gave me 2 large quantities of inventory to start a whole nother business. And then I'm hitting the ground and I'm running
No,
again.
I ain't doing that.
I ain't doing that.
I ain't doing it.
I
I
ain't
want
doing it.
when I get
Me-
back, I want to take in the experience of relaxation that I did have.
And
Yeah.
that's why I went.
And I really
and
enjoyed
that-
myself though while I was
Whenever
gone.
I go on vacation, that's why I always, if it's a weekend, that's why I go from Thursday to Monday.
Yeah.
I don't go from Thursday to Sunday or Friday to Sunday. I go Thursday to Monday.
Yeah, you want to get into that week. You want to get that extra day.
I want to get the extra day.
Yeah.
Because even though Monday is a travel day, it's a more relaxed day than a travel day
Yeah.
on a Sunday. Because everybody is traveling on Sunday because they got to work on Monday.
Right.
Everybody don't have the privilege of owning their own business and having their own hours.
Right.
So they got to get back home Sunday
To go in and get things
some
started.
rest so that they can get up
And work.
6, 7, 8 o'clock Monday morning. I don't have that issue.
But then you got people like me who got their own business and they work for
No,
somebody
you
else.
just
So I'm
doing, you just doing too much.
Yeah, I need
If you're
to.
doing
I
a
need
thousand
to.
things,
I need to
you
share.
and you,
She don't.
you and you.
It's not like I have no idea. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No,
I'm
when we doing
purposely
it, we
staying busy.
We staying busy to fill gaps.
No,
So we won't think about other things.
That's the thing.
And that's how
That's
I
the
ride.
thing. That's exactly what it is.
Well, then they defense mechanisms.
Yeah.
Is exactly what Clark just said.
So they defense mechanisms.
I know.
And
I
so
know.
all,
I got mine.
So all you really did was whatever you fill in the gap with to not think about or not be a part of. All you did was just put that on layaway, cause that's down there waiting on you. That's still down there waiting on you.
Well, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Right, but it's still down there waiting on you.
Okay.
So-
what time we got with you?
So would it?
Oh, we pass our time.
So would it be? So would it be more? So would the healthier choice be to just go ahead and deal with whatever it is you keep trying to fill the gaps with to not think about or not deal with?
It'll be better.
It probably would be easier and much better for you and much healthier for you just to go ahead and to deal with it
Yeah.
and not trying to find 1,000 things to fill your day with.
Yeah.
With a whole bunch of stuff that's not important, and you never really get done the really, really important stuff. Because one of my major complaints with him is start a lot of stuff, but don't totally finish everything.
You see me, I gotta start, I gotta finish, I gotta help you get your shit off the ground. It's just
You just got too much going on, and you really just, both of y'all.
They're bruising your brain.
Yeah.
and they are abusing my brain. I'm allowing people to abuse my brain.
You are
my
allowing
You allow them to
other
abuse your
people
brain.
to abuse you.
Yeah.
You are allowing that. It's not a problem with other people, and I know
But
we
now,
I know we
what I found to realize is, all the people who use me, let me ask them for something. And if
So
they can't,
wrap this show
if
up.
they
on
can't
that.
help me or in a mutual way, then I know then it's time for me to pull
Well,
back.
Yeah.
And it's important for us, and this is probably a show for another Monday. And since we closing out, we'll close out on this though with community. Well, first, well, let me just share this thought with you that see, that's that multitasking,
See?
the fast-paced environment. I just lost
That's
that.
the
And
mental.
Yo still ain't never cut his phone
Still
off.
don't cut.
That's
He
not
never
a-
did.
That's not the phone.
He still ain't never cut his
Unfortunately, I
phone.
got two
He
phones.
say the other phone.
I got a work phone and a family phone.
So you ain't cut both
Both of my
off?
phones say work, so I don't
You
even
cut
know
both
how that
of them
is.
off?
I
That
got
was-
two, but they all for work.
That don't even make, but if we need to know the difference between abuse and use.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem, and I'll use us for an example. And because he's already admitted that he kind of lazy sometimes, and he used to
Most
people,
of the time.
he used to people doing for him. So I don't have a problem when he used. Like yo, I ain't really familiar with this, and I need you to X, Y, and Z.
You help them maneuver whatever it is.
I'll make it happen.
Right,
Fuck,
right.
make it
That's my
maneuver.
friend.
I'm gonna make it
Yeah.
happen. But the difference between use and abuse is when he come ask me to do something that I know he could do. And my mom said, no, he abused me. Now he's being lazy.
Now he wearing me
He
out.
think he driving
Cut
a
it
car
out.
in Oklahoma. We not in Oklahoma. We not driving a car. And then that's when I be like, yo, nah, you gotta invest. You got now. We
Do your part, nigga.
now we got LLC, not nigga. That's a more.
Dude.
We got
Okay, I
LLC.
got it. I caught
We got LLC, and then we create a nonprofit. So he's so used to people doing for him, so used to being lazy, and then people stepping up and doing for him. A lot of them not with his best interest in heart, just because they want to be attached to him.
Just because they want to be
They
attached.
just want to be attached to Clark.
Yeah.
You feel me? That I told her, I said, the LLC, that's just a you just figuring out a name and then going down to the state office and
do it.
paying for the paperwork. The nonprofit, that's something different. I
Yeah.
said, I'm gonna grab that. That's the difficult one.
Yeah, that's the most difficult.
That's the difficult one. I'm sitting down with the attorney. I'm gonna put that one
LLC
together.
pretty easy. Get your number, have a seat.
That for-profit LLC, that's your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
You come up with that name.
Get your
I
number,
say,
have a
and
seat
listen,
until they call you
and
to
once-
the desk.
And I made it easy for them. I say, once you come up with the name, I pull the paperwork offline and fill it out for you. Then you take it down.
So all you gotta do is just
come up with the
get
name.
the number and sit there.
And that's how many
And we-
months it's been.
I was gonna let her go
All
ahead. and
of-
ask you. Go ahead. Tell her
How many months has
been.
it been?
It's been
Clark?
about 4 months.
It's been about 4 months.
It had been.
Right. And so now I got a meeting with the attorney to develop the 501c3 nonprofit on September the 2nd.
That's what I'm really pushing for.
And so now
Okay.
he ain't got no choice but to have it done by the 2nd or somewhere in that area because he don't want to hear my mouth. He don't want to hear my mouth.
Yeah, because his part was so easy.
All his part was for real, was come up with a name. Once he came up with the name,
That is really, really good. Like Clark, you really have to just
listen,
come up.
once
I want to just say this real quick, like
Before we
for self. I don't have like somebody who I can say, all right, look, so I'm trusting you with all that. I ain't giving nobody all of that just because the way my mother was murdered. So I have an issue with that. So that's why my shit go to from here to infinity and beyond, and I'll keep on doing the shit myself.
you ain't gonna be able to stand up under that pressure.
It's still gonna be too much.
Oh,
time.
it's not easy. It's not
It's
easy.
what- it's-
Like I had to get Mike to
it's
come
gonna
up
be a
here.
folder,
'Cause I thought Mike was gonna come in, do this,
it's not-
while I
it's
go
not-
over there and I
it's
gotta
not-
type notes
it's not easy.
for my clients because it's
Right.
the end of the month. So I gotta get all
So
their
I-
thoughts out my head
So you
and
got-
into the
you got-
computer.
You gotta do something different.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
And
something.
that's a topic for another Monday. Let's wrap this Monday up. We're
Alright.
talk about the communication process and the components of the communication process.
Don't move till it's
There-
time to move.
There are four.
Till it's
There,
time to move.
there are four components in the communication process. There's the messenger, and then there's the receiver. The messenger encodes the message, and the receiver decodes the message. And it's a continuous process because at some point, once the receiver gets the message, they become the messenger, and instead of them decoding the message, they're encoding the message and sending it to the person that initially was the messenger, that is now the receiver, and instead of them decoding, encoding, now they're decoding. So it's a circle.
Let me say
It's
this.
a continuous
So
cycle.
basically, speak clearly and ask, did you understand what I just
So
said?
I want to communicate this. My fall gears in.
All right, okay.
Uncle Hustle.
They gonna give me a sweatshirt one day, y'all.
Yeah.
That's me saying it
My-
out
my
loud so
phone
they can
gears
pick it
in.
up on. Oh, she
So-
want one.
You know, it's stretchy,
Humble hustler,
humble hustlers,
stretchy.
nice material.
Oh, I
Good.
like
not
that.
the cheap material.
Put the hat up there for him. Never
Mhm.
say it.
And then match the hat.
And you know what the crazy
I
part
like
about it, since we put that together? He don't even really gotta think of a name. But we gonna end the show on that.
Peace.
You know what? Y'all have a blessed one. I'm just sick
Humble
of.
hustlers, we
Don't
out.
move
We out.
until I say it's time to move. 'cause
Humble
we